Good day everyone, we are excited to present our group project for MGT555 Business Analytics. This presentation is collaborative effort by our team members, Nur Hidayu binti Jafri, Nur Shazwani binti Hisan Badri, Sazwin Nazirah binti Abdul Samad, and Eli Iliana Akilah binti Muhammad Ilyas. We would like to thank to our lecturer, Dr. Muhammad Nasir bin Abdullah for his guidance and support. Content for these presentations are project background, objective, data collection, planning, result and discussion on descriptive analysis, data visualizations, t-test analysis, regression analysis, and conclusion. Introduction and project background. In today's fast-changing and competitive business environment, using data to guide decisions has become more important than ever. For small and medium enterprise SMEs, data analytics can be especially powerful, helping business owners understand customer behavior, manage costs, and improve performance. In this MGT555 group project, we choose local SME, Birmingham Company, a retail company that sells furniture, electronics, and clothing across 4 regions, North, South, East, and West. Birmingham Company invests in marketing effort to support their sales, but marketing budget and sales results differ widely from region to region. The company provides us with data set covering 1 year of monthly sales, including the key details such as product category, sales revenue, marketing costs, and regional breakdown. When we review the data, we notice variations in performance between region and products, which lead us to question how much of this variation is influenced by marketing spend and regional dynamic. By the end of this project, we aim to provide Birmingham Company with meaningful insight that will help them tailor their marketing strategies to each region, allocate resources more effectively, and improve overall profitability. This project allows us to apply the theories and tools we learned in class to real-world case using data, not just observe trends, but to help make better business decisions.
The primary objective of this project is to conduct analysis and identify the top performing regions based on total revenue generation. Secondly is to evaluate the return on marketing investment by comparing sales outcome to marketing expenditures. And lastly is to formulate a strategic recommendation that support data-driven decision making. Through this approach, the report aims to spotlight performance trends, highlight opportunities for growth, and guide target investments that drive sustainable business value. The Birmingham Company sales data sets was selected instead of a questionnaire because it offers precise, detailed, and up-to-date sales record in a consistent format. This makes it more useful for tracking sales, identifying trends, and making business decisions. A questionnaire won't be as effective since it depends on personal opinions, manual input, and is harder to scale. The data sets also come from official sources, which ensuring accuracy and consistency. Questionnaire may lead to inconsistent responses depending on how questions are understood or answered. The Birmingham Company sales data provide accurate and detailed sales information such as sales amount, quantity sold, unit price, and discount directly from POS system, inventory record, and CRM system. Since this system track real sales events in real time, the data is highly reliable and not influenced by personal opinion.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today I will explain about the analysis by developing clear testable hypotheses about how sales performance might differ by region. Our HO states that there is no significant difference in average sales performance across the regions, meaning any observed differences are purely random. Our H1 posits that at least one region shows a significantly different average sales performance compared to the others. This hypothesis aligns with our MGT555 framework, where hypothesis testing is used to guide decisions and resource allocation. In this part of the project, we applied both one-way ANOVA and multiple linear regression to quantify and compare sales performance across the 4 regions: East, North, South and West. So the one-way ANOVA tests whether the mean sales amounts are equal across all groups, and the multiple linear regression models the numerical sales outcome while controlling for region indicators. For the reference, we set the East region as the reference category in our regression model. The regression estimate shows how much the mean sales differ in North, South and West compared to East.
Now for the t-test analysis, we ran them for 2 things, which are the sale performance by region as well as the marketing cost efficiency. The objective was to compare the average sales performance between the 4 regions and also to evaluate the effectiveness of the marketing expenditure across the regions. So to do this, we ran a t-test data analysis for each region's data in pairs using the assumption of unequal variances. Here are our findings and conclusions for both sales performance and marketing cost efficiency. For the sales performance, as you can see, we found that all p-values were more than the 0.05 significance level. So we can conclude that the regional sale performance is relatively consistent across all regions. Now for the marketing efficiency, we found that all the t-stat values and the p-values indicate a significant difference between the 2 variables. So we concluded that the marketing costs are not proportional to the sales outcomes in any of the regions.
Okay, next we will move on to regression analysis. For this part, we will analyze 2 hypotheses, which is sales performance by region and marketing cost efficiency.
Our final interpretation combines statistical evidence and business implications. Sales performance varies widely with a few high-value transactions driving much of the average. The right skew distribution means we must be cautious. Mean sales can look deceptively strong. The low R-square in the marketing cost regression suggests marketing expenses do not explain sales, raising questions about marketing strategy effectiveness. The targeted improvement efforts should focus on regions with underperformance. Management should explore factors beyond marketing spend such as customer relationships, product mix or regional economic conditions to explain sales differences. That's all from me, thank you. The one-way ANOVA revealed whether there were statistically significant differences in mean sales across regions. The F statistic and corresponding p-value guide our decision to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. In our regression output, the coefficient estimates indicate the size of the difference in sales performance by region, and p-value tests whether those differences are statistically significant. If the coefficient for West is 1,500, it means sales in the West are on average 1,500 higher than in the East. A p-value less than 0.05 indicates that difference is statistically significant at the 95% confidence level. This analysis helps managers see which regions underperform or overperform, supporting evidence-based strategy. The normal probability plot is to check whether residuals are normally distributed. This is critical for validating the assumptions of regression and ANOVA. The residual plot shows whether residuals are randomly scattered or patterned. Patterns can indicate model misspecification. If the residuals roughly align along the diagonal in the normality probability plot, normality is reasonable. If the residual plot shows no clear trend or funnel shape, we can assume constant variance. These diagnostics support the validity of our regression conclusions. The box plot visualizes the distribution of residuals by region. It helps to identify outliers, differences in variability between regions, and skewness. A large spread or many outliers in a region could suggest operational variability or inconsistent performance. These insights can guide deeper investigation into why certain regions have higher dispersion in results.
Alright, next for regression analysis of marketing cost efficiency, the objective is to determine the relationship between marketing spend and sales performance. So for the data overview, the independent variable is marketing cost, dependent variable is sales amount. For the sample size, we were using by regions, which is East, North, South, and West. While for the methodology, we were using and perform an ANOVA and multiple linear regression. Alright, so now I will analyze and conclude by each region. So for the first region, I will go to East region first. Okay, so for East region, there is no significant relationship between sales amount and marketing cost East region. So since there is no pattern detected from the scatter diagram of predicted sales amount and residual, we can conclude that the linearity assumption was made and the equality of variance also made. Alright, for North region, there isn't significant relationship between sales amount and marketing costs since there is no pattern detected from the scatter diagram of predicted sales amount and residual. We can conclude that the linearity assumption was met and the equality of the variance also met. Alright, nice. Now we will move on to South region. South region also no significant relationship which is between sales amount and marketing. So there is no pattern detected also from the scatter diagram of predicted sales amount and residual. We can conclude that the linearity assumption was met and the equality of the variance also met. And lastly, for West region, there is no significant relationship between sales amount and marketing costs as well. So since there is no pattern detected from the scatter diagram of predicted sales amount and residual, we can conclude that the linearity assumption was met and the equality of the variance also met.
Conclusion of the project. Key finding of this project, we conclude that sales performance does not differ significantly across regions despite North and South showing higher totals. No clear link between higher marketing spend and higher sales. Current marketing strategies are not cost efficient. Recommendation, reassess regional marketing strategies. Avoid over-reliance on region-based assumption as regional sales differences are not statistically significant. Number 2, improve marketing ROI. Conduct performance-based analysis to identify which campaign or platform generate better conversion. And number 3, boost underperforming region. Invest in market research for the West region to understand barriers and develop localized campaign or sales initiative. Thank you.